أعزائي المشاهدين، أهلا وسهلا بكم في حلقة جديدة من برنامجكم برنامج إماراتي. كما عودناكم أن نستضيف لكم نخبة من رجال الأعمال داخل دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. يسعدنا اليوم أن نقدم لكم قصة نجاح جديدة مع الأستاذ عاشق حسين. Good afternoon, Mr. Ashiq.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you. Alhamdulillah.
That's great. So, would like to know today about yourself. Who's Ashiq from early beginning? Tell us about your story.
Maha, as I told you, I'm from India, and I came to Dubai in 1980. But I will try to give you a little brief prior to 1980, because it is important that your listeners, whoever they are, there are a lot of young people, and I think UAE and Dubai is promoting the young entrepreneurs, as local as well as international, and therefore whatever I'm going to say today may be of direct relevance to the young people, because any country can develop only through the young people. Those who have contributed before is important, but the contribution of the young is very important. And I'm going to tell you that as a young boy, I started, I was from a lower middle class in Mumbai in India. I was studying, and then I was also working. From the age of 14, I started working giving tuitions and all. And then when I completed my high school, I did not have, my father did not have the financial support and something like that to support little bit to the family and all. I started working in a textile mill from 12 midnight to 7 in the morning, and then I was attending the colleges. In this situation, I think I continued for almost 4 years for completing my graduation. And by the grace of Allah and by the prayers of my parents, I think that was very important, because you have to have support of the family. I secured the second position in the Bombay University in economics, and then I was invited by Tata's, which was the very big group in that time, because they pick up the cream of the people from the university to train them. So they invited me to join them, and they offered me that either I go to London School of Economics for my PhD, or I work for them. But because I needed money, I started working for them. I worked for them for almost 8 years. And then I moved to Dubai because there was a job opportunity in the Al-Futtaim Group. So I joined Al-Futtaim Group. I worked with Al-Futtaim Group and the Middle East Bank for 9 years. And in 1989, when I knew that, okay, there are going to be some issues with the banking system and something like that, at that time there was a crisis in Dubai, a banking crisis. So I thought of starting my own business, and then I set up a company in Jebel Ali Free Zone in 1990. I was in Jebel Ali Free Zone till 2000, and then 2000 I moved inland because it was not possible to travel all the way. So we are dealing in non-ferrous metals. We started the business in non-ferrous metals, which non-ferrous metals means that it is aluminium, zinc, copper, tin, lead, nickel, and ferroalloys. These are the raw materials which are used by. So our main business is using the Dubai as a base, and then exporting it to the countries. We deal with India, we deal with Pakistan, we deal with Sri Lanka, we deal with Malaysia, we deal with China, and we procure our material. And for your information, I think when I was working for the Al-Futtaim, we were the first company to buy the first ton of aluminium from Dubai. Dubai started producing in 1980. And we were the first people to buy from Dubai and sell it to the region.
Wow, amazing.
So this is how, what I'm going to tell you is that I started from the very humble beginning. But when I came to Dubai, I think at that time, Dubai had a population of 250,000 only. And there was nothing. But then I would like to salute the leaders of UAE and leaders of Dubai, that they had a vision, that how to market Dubai. I believe that this country is managed not on the basis of regulations or so, but they do it on the basis as if UAE is a corporation. If you manage the company as a corporation, you try to benefit everybody who are your stakeholders. I think UAE is the best combination of East and West. Why? Because we come here, we preserve our culture, we preserve our religion, we have a freedom to do everything, and at the same time we have the facilities of the West. The best of the facilities, the technical facilities, the facilities of the West are available to the people here. You could talk of air conditioning, you talk of information technology, you talk of anything, you talk of roads, ports and everything. So quality of life, this is why you find that even many rich Indians, rich Pakistanis, rich people in the region, they want to have a base in UAE. Reason because the quality of life is a very important, and most important thing is the safety and security. Our children, our wives, they come here at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, they are walking and they are not upright. You go to any other country in the world, after 6:30, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you cannot go unaccompanied. So that safety and security is very important. And another important thing which this country has done is the development of infrastructure. I remember that when I was there, the many big projects were being planned by Ashique Husain and Sheikh Rashid. And they were considering that these are going to be white elephant, like Jebel Ali Free Zone or Dubai Dry Docks or Ducab, even Dubai. He said, how? But then they have made a success of anything. Dubai today is one of the least cost-effective producer of aluminium.
Allowed me, Mr. Ashique, to ask you, I will take you back a little bit. There is a big challenge between this kind of companies. How you prove yourself in the market as a company? So there is many companies like yours. So how you prove yourself in the market? What is the special? How you prove yourself in the market? What is the specialized in your company?
One thing, what your question is very relevant because the small companies, though there is a promotion for SMEs by the UAE government and there are so many banks supporting, but in reality, I have to give a message to you that SMEs are not being supported as they should have been supported. Because if in any country, a small and medium enterprise constitute the backbone of the economy. 60%, 70% of the employment is generated by them. But they do not get the financial support which they should be getting. So now some banks have started, and even I think there is a special bank which is being created for small and medium enterprises. But in my case, I did not face any difficulty because I have always done business based on my own resources. Whatever resources I have, when you said that why have you not expanded? Exactly. You can expand, but in that case you have to take the bank finance, you have to do things like that. But today I have zero bank finance. I only use my own resources to develop my business and use the banking system for other supporting activities like L.Cs, like so even during the COVID and all, I mean, as I told you that we use head, not overheads. So we have only 2 employees, and therefore even during the COVID period, when the business was not affected and something like that, we were able to manage the situation ourselves. So and today I in my 43 years in Dubai, of which 8 years was working and the rest was business, I have not faced much of a challenge as far as the business environment is concerned, because we have not used the bank funds. Anybody who has used the bank funds and gone beyond, what happens is that, as I told you that I was a banker also, I am an economist also, I am a businessman, whatever little or big, I'm a businessman also. So it is important that my not advice but my suggestion would be that when you start a business, you have to walk, you don't have to run. There are many stories in Dubai where people have become very rich and something like that. But still, I believe that you have to grow gradually. If you want to run fast, there are risk of falling down.
That's true.
So, as I told you that because I'm using my own resources, both human as well as financial.
Since we are here in Dubai, so we will inspire from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid. He's saying to reach number one, it's easy, but to continue on the same mountain, it will be tough or difficult. So what's your comment on that?
Yeah, this is absolutely true because his vision, for particularly His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, because I read his book Kisati, and where he pronounces that okay, you have to dream big. He says that there is no word like impossible. You can achieve everything if possible, but the thing is that you said that reaching one destination is easy, but continue on from there is difficult. But I believe that yes, it is difficult, but not impossible. Why? Because if you are focused on a particular thing and if you are creative, now Dubai is spending lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money, lot of financial resources to encourage creativity. See, you become dormant or you stop growing if you are not creative. But if you are creative, then I think you can continue to grow. So now innovation, artificial intelligence, whatever he is supporting. Now Dubai, as I told you that this country is more than the United Nations. There are 193 members in the United Nations, but in this country there are 200 nationals working. Now this 200 national, another thing I wanted to tell you, Maha, is that in last 43 years I have seen one big change. In early 80s and 90s, people were coming to UAE and Dubai in search of job, work here, spend 20% and send 80% to their countries. Now the entire thing has changed. First of all, the cross-section of the employment has changed. Earlier, 90% were labor class and 10% were professionals. Today, 40% of the employment of the expatriate is in the professional category, and rest is labor. Now, all these professionals, because Dubai and UAE provides the opportunity to improve the quality of life, they are spending the money here. Unless you spend the money in the country where you live, that country will not grow. So today, when we see when we came here, there was nothing. There were only 3 or 4 theaters. So once in a month, we were going and watching the film. Today, the opportunities are endless. The restaurants, the entertainment, the hotels, the education, the medical facilities, everything which has been created. So there is no need for us to go anywhere else. Even some people during holidays, they are staying in Dubai because there are in UAE because there are so many resorts available.
Let us talk more about Tanzeem International, about the vision of the company. So where we can see you on the short term and the long term, where we can see you after 5 years, for example, from now.
Maha, what has happened is that I have brought my son also, who was in USA, to Dubai. He is having his own small setup in Quwain. He is doing galvanizing. So I now want to take a little bit of backseat and want to get into manufacturing. Because I believe that the next step is manufacturing. Trading and everything is fine, but I think we have to consider manufacturing. So I plan to, whatever little investment I have in the processing and manufacturing industry in the next 5 years, and I hope, and I want to expand the business of my son, which is in the galvanizing in Quwain.
Inshallah, good luck on that. After this all years from experience till you reach in this success, who support you? Who was your backbone? Who deserve a thanks today from Ashique?
Maha, the first support is from the Almighty Allah. And thereafter, the support is from the country you live in and what facilities and encouragement they provide for business. I had started my own business, if I had not started making money, I would have left and gone. But the very fact that I have continued for 43 years, I believe that the business environment which has been created and the ease of doing business which has been provided by the leadership of this country and continuous changes which they are making to help and support the people who want to make money and also contribute to the economy. See, making money is very important, but, and sometimes easy also. But to keep that money growing for the benefit of the society is important. So see, the thing is that to me it is the ease of doing business which is very important, which this country has provided.
Of course, we will talk more about the Emirates. There has high safety, high security,
Yes.
and they are supporting everyone to reach his target, reach his goal, and prove himself on the market. So, if you have that chance and you meet His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed or His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, what you would like to tell them? A short thanks message. It will be from your side, from your company, from your team behind.
This is Ashique Husain from Tanzeem International. I am the managing director of this company. I have been living in Dubai since last 43 years, and these 43 years are the best years for me and my family, and it is all because of the environment created in this country by the leadership of this country. And I would also like to say that because when I came here, His Highness Sheikh Rashid bin Mohammed was also there, and His Highness Sheikh Zayed bin Nahyan. These are the two fathers of the nation who have transferred their vision and their culture to their family. And now His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid are continuing the legacy of their father. And we believe that the media says that UAE is the best country in the world. All the indexes show the best countries in the world, best environment for business, best environment for living. But I would say that we have in reality experienced this in the last 43 years. All these 40 years, there is no incidents where there has been any issue with the family. Wherever we have gone, we have been received with open arms. And because, first of all, we do believe that Arab hospitality is known for ages and for centuries. But this hospitality and this concept of accepting the people from outside and the tolerance which this country has created for the people from the outside, irrespective of what religion they have, what country they come from, what culture they have, everything is mixed here. So today UAE, according to me, is not many, but I think more than United Nations, and it is working on the principle of helping people to help the country. I really, me and my family and all our friends who are there, nobody who has come here has left this country because it is not because they are making money. It is because they are treated like sons of the soil. We have forgotten our country. When we go in the holidays to Bombay or to India, we want to return back within 10 days. It is all because this is the place which we love and we have created, and this love has been created by the leadership. And my humble, not suggestion, but one thing is there, that first of all, may God give long life to the leaders of this country, and they continue to work for their people. But one important thing is that, as I told earlier, that I started my career as an economist. Now what we have to do is that the infrastructure which has been created either in Dubai or in Abu Dhabi or in other Emirates, now this infrastructure has to be utilized fully by collaborating with the countries of the region. But now we are doing a great thing by participating with India in so many projects. Similarly in other countries, and we have to bring the companies here so that this infrastructure, whether it is ports or it is warehousing or it is roads or it is aviation or everything, can be utilized to the maximum. And another thing which I really appreciate is that what UAE is doing to attract the young talent. This has to be continued, and I think there should be some kind of further coordination between the UAE youngsters and the youngsters from the outside. I think a group can be created where there are so many organizations created. One can create an organization where the young talent from all the country can regularly mix with the young talent of UAE, and jointly they create the ideas for the future of the country.
Of course, thank you so much, Mr. Ashique Husain. You was with us in EMARATI TV program. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much to all of you, and may Allah bless all of you.
في كل إمارة تروح تسندك عقل وروح، بر ومدن وجبال حاجة ترد